on the back of their hands and stuck them to their foreheads. What? No. They didn't come to make a difference.
The first time I came across this clip, the first picture that came presenting itself to me was that of a cool girl in the corner who never really talks to nobody, and even when she does, it is only to a few people, and she did say really few equally. And as a lousy, loud, let me say vibrant person, you often see people like this and wonder to admire, of course, how they manage to be so cool, because according to certain standards, such quietness is, equals to being cool. But of course, they're like, a different standard. Maybe lousy girls make better kind of standards that do not in any way sees people like that as cool. They're like wannabe and all sort of things. But even as you measure them in the lousy girls made better standard, there is still that something in you that sees these people with admiration, even if your philosophy say being free is golden and riches. And that is because it is human to want to experience loneliness, sadness, and seclusion, because the belief is the more you deny yourself the joy of euphoric and momentum laughter and company and consolation and happiness and joy, the more profound you are. You want, if possible, and there is no more insane, if possible, to abolish suffering. And it really seems that we would rather have it higher and worse than ever. When Nietzsche was pronouncing his perspective on the, you know, human's condition and relationship with suffering, he suggested that while we may express a desire to eliminate or minimize suffering, there is a part of us that actually prefers it to be more intense and extreme. He believed that suffering, in some ways, can be seen as a necessary and even valuable aspect of human existence. Does it then mean quiet girls are suffering? Does this mean every, solemnity, quietness, and still maintaining an equivalence of suffering? And do you think I'm making like a big deal out of the quotes and the clip? When you think about it, the society have not been around for quite that long to be certain if people shunning company, ranging from romantic relationship to friendship and laughter and vulnerability and playfulness, even when life has only done so much to shake an individual, and relationships only so much to makes the individual retreat through seclusion has been a thing of forever. But obviously, the world we exist in right now appears to have been struck by a certain plague. Obviously, majority of individuals, especially people within the age a little below 20, people in the 20s, early 20s, and those a little bit above 20 romanticize and just project this kind of solemn way of living where romance is absent just because they're trying to be cool. People almost deliberately remove any form of playfulness and gaiety from their lives because those do not make them cool. When people go through outbreaks, majority would not want to grieve or show any form of emotions because that portrays them as a weak person. I don't know. We all want to tap on our screens or in those frequent interactions we have with people and talk long about how we enjoy our own company and would rather have unlimited internet and fully charged phones than spend time with people. We listen to sad songs purposely, maintain a certain kind of aloofness in public, obviously because we do not want to look classless, right? People don't spend time reading fictions anymore, but mainly self-help books. The list goes on, and everything sometimes for a lot of people doesn't come so naturally. They spend time adopting them. We do not want to be playful. We do not want to cry. We do not want to love. We do not want to, sing along or blot out the music playing in our ears in public because we do not want to look weird, even if the music touches the soul just at the moment. I mean, I know looking cool, if I have to blend in, it's cool. And portraying yourself in a certain image too command respect and regard is necessary, but do they have to be at the expense of yourself? And by yourself, I mean the way that you truly are and you truly want to feel. I don't know, like, the cool girl that I mentioned earlier might just, be a cool girl, and that is who she is, and you are who you are. The fact that blending in and integrating into the bigger world of the society requires your exposure and coming to terms with certain things, which looking around at people and gathering and stuff to know how to be and who and what to be is a sad fate of the humans, and you can only utter so much. But then exists freedom, the freedom to choose which freedom you did rather have, the freedom to do what not to be embarrassed about, and consequently becoming a member of the larger, I don't know if it makes sense, like the broadly and mainstream personalities of the society, and the others, of course, the freedom to permit yourself to feel every bit of emotions you feel, like living, loving, crying, fighting, dancing, singing, dreaming, and you know just allowing yourself to feel everything that you feel, as long as you're not being a jack to others or the safety. And for me, I see certain notions that people should live a certain kind of way, agreeably for the betterment of the society, as some kind of notion to rob humans the sense and freedom of individuality. And here is an example: the norm that it is a nuisance to sing along or any loud to the music playing in your ears in public. Of course, nobody's gonna arrest me, but for my dignity, which in the long run runs back to the society, because if I do it, it is gonna influence the others, right? Either they choose to do the same or makes them uncomfortable. Is one of the notions that is solely society conscious than how the individual feels, and that might explain how many others norms and conventions might. And if total freedom of humanity is disastrous and we be the end of us, I'm sure it doesn't apply to the freedom to feel, the freedom to love, to live and cry and be cheerful. And I'm wondering if it ever bothers any of the earliest and contemporary philosophers and psychologists and whoever are dedicated their time and everything there is to make us see sadness and sufferings and longing for it, or wanting it as a part of human existence, to look into how dictation and limitation on how we feel versus the intrinsic human nature variance could be playing a part in that. I think that is what is wrong with the world. No one says what they feel. They always hold it inside. They're sad, but they don't cry. They're happy, but they don't dance or sing. They're angry, but they don't scream, because if they do, they feel ashamed, and that is the worst feeling in the world. So everyone works with their heads down, and no one sees how beautiful the sky is. If I can whimsically or publicly express my love or sadness or anger or frustration without any sort of feeling like I'm being a nuisance or inconveniencing the other people, I did do it every time I feel like it. And tell me how and where I will find sadness within my soul when I had been able to express every bit of whatever I feel. I'm just saying. Thank you guys for watching my video, by the way. My name is Olawa, and I'll see you. Bye.